Hey everyone, welcome back to Victory Point Labs. My name is Kevin and I'm here with Spencer and Todd, and today we're going to show you the photos we took of Whistle Mountain.
And then intro. Whistle Mountain from Scott Caputo and Luke Laurie is the latest game in the Bezier Whistle cinematic universe. So Whistle Mountain is a worker placement, tile placement, resource gathering game in which you're taking your company and building up the mountain. You're building new machines, you're building scaffolds and placing workers, and as you do that, the snow is melting and the water's rising, slowly taking out your workers and taking out your machines. Really creative, really fun game. All right, let's have Kevin start us out.
Okay, all right, let me show you guys my photo. Here it is.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
I like that.
Great idea.
So I definitely like working with silhouettes. I don't know, there's just something about them that I think is really cool to me.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like we're on the ground looking up at a hot air balloon festival or something.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Well, let me show you behind the scenes here. So basically, I just took some black foam core and I cut out some mountainous type shapes, and I kind of tried to model them off after the types of mountains that you see on the cover of the box. Very kind of
nice.
Jagged and pointed, and so I stuck them to a block of wood, set up a little blue poster board behind, and then I just had my little hot air balloons just stuck to some wire and anything I could find. So I kind of just positioned those around and just adjusted them until I found a setup that I thought looked nice. And then I put my stick light down in the back to create a little bit of a gradient in the background. And then I snapped my photo. And
Nice.
Of course, photoshopped out the wires.
Yeah.
So, yep.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
It's like the sun is setting behind the mountains. Or rising.
I was going for rising, yeah.
It's very
Rising,
peaceful.
So,
Yeah, it is.
but yeah.
I like
so that is my photo.
Very,
Nice.
very cool. Great work.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was short and sweet. Anybody? Let's see. Who wants to go next? How about Spencer?
I'll take it.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is really cool.
I took a different approach this time, rather than holding stuff up with wires or cutting things out of paper. I had the idea to have I wanted a nice wide photo of placing a component, and for some reason in my vision I was getting kind of these orangey yellow vibes. I filled my living room up with smoke, and I had two flashes pointed pretty much directly at the lens, and when they hit that smoke, it just lights up.
Yeah, the light is very cool, and you can tell that
Yeah.
the whole room is just filled with fog because it's thick. But I love that. I don't know. I just love how much color there is on the board there. Like it kind of like draws your eye towards it. It's very cool.
Yeah, the composition in general is really good. The whole dynamic of the room too. It's cool because you're showing off so much of the room. I mean, you obviously can't see it very well because of the smoke and the blur, but you're showing off so much of the room and your body, but it still works so well with your hand in front with setting the piece down.
Yeah.
Solid. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
Very
I had to
cool.
make sure I was covering up my kitchen in the background, make sure I didn't have any dishes on the counter. The smoke helped mask all that.
That's what the smoke is for. It's just for masking the house.
And so I just took a number of shots, and this is the one where I best like my body's tilting at an angle, and I like the position of my hand. So I have different ones. I had my hand turned different ways and my body's angled different ways. And then only did I realize, if I don't say anything, you probably won't notice, but in my left hand on the table, you can see me holding the remote to take the photo.
I actually did see
Oh,
that,
yeah.
and I was wondering if that's what that was, but I wasn't gonna say anything.
That is what that is. I was trying to figure out how to get that low angle, like right near the board. So I got a 24mm lens on the camera here, and then I figured out that I got a little friend helper here, that I bent the the tripod neck, so it was kind of like over the table, and I wound up flipping the camera upside down actually to get this shot, because otherwise it was going to be too high off the table, and I wanted it as low as possible without splitting the table. But I think I actually did wind up splitting the table, and so that's the setup there and the final photo.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Solid.
All right, Todd, you're last up. What you got?
Here we go.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, I tried to switch up the angle a little bit, as you can plainly see.
Yeah. But like it feels like they're actually kind of like up in the air and we're looking down at them.
Oh, I love that.
I'm glad you love it.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what I thought about it. I've played the game a few times now. I really, really enjoy it, and I love thematically how you're building up, and then the water is rising, and machines that you have really loved using suddenly are getting washed away, and workers are getting washed away. Really cool concept, so I wanted to try and show that in my picture. And then just to show these guys flying around too, I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah, and I love the way that you have the tiles sticking out from the board. I thought that was a really nice touch.
Yeah, that's one of the things where that's how I picture it in my head as we're playing.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, let's use that. Let me find the behind the scenes here for you. I am basically using my Link Along as my Legos, my sticky tack, and just popping them all in place. I was also sticky tacking meeple to them so that they would stay, and it looks like they're standing on the scaffolding. And from that angle, I thought it looked really cool. And then I just had to, I feel dumb because you shot upside down, Spencer. I didn't. I shot it like craning my neck upside down when I didn't have to. I could have just like flipped things and then rotated. I got the new camera, right? So I got the new camera where I can rotate the LCD on the back. I didn't even think to do that, so I'm like in old camera mode. So I'm like, oh god, it's all upside down. It was terrible, like an idiot. But yeah, it got the job done. Yeah.
It's so funny because when I first look at this, I'm thinking you stuck everything on the board, and like the board is sitting up vertically, and you're angled down at it. And I'm like, why did you get all these things to stick on there?
Yeah, I thought about that. That was my first thought, but then I was like, no. Todd, you get frustrated really fast. This sounds like a disaster. Your wife is going to want you to like take a walk or something. It's not going to be good. So I opted not to do that.
Well, this is going to be a much easier way for you to get this shot.
Yeah, absolutely. I did. You can see that I like even rotated the meeple that are lining up in the barracks.
Yes,
I think that
I
is.
noticed
And
like that.
I flopped them on their sides and stuff.
Like standing on each other is kind of what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used like the trick of the old Batman and Robin show where they showed them climbing up the building. They shot everything turned to the side.
Yeah.
So they were just like crouched over walking.
Yep.
Oh man, I wish that could have been my main reference, and that's how I could have started my story. Dang it, it's a missed opportunity. Yep. So there it is.
Awesome. I think that's great. I think we have 3 really unique perspectives on this.
Yeah, it turned out pretty well. Very different.
Cool. And those were our photos of Whistle Mountain. Thank you so much for watching. Huge thank you to Bezier. If you guys want to jump over and follow them on social media, they make a bunch of awesome games, so please go follow them. Go check out the games that they have. And if you enjoyed this type of content, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to like and share and comment, all that stuff. You can find us on all the social media channels. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.
All right.
He just hung up.
All right,
I clicked the wrong
button.
button.
I have left.
I showed my photo. I'm out, guys. Goodbye.
I saw your mouse move towards it, and I was like, that's the wrong button.
Don't do it.
Todd for the wrap up. Kevin for the wrap
Is
up.
it?
Kevin for
I
the
can
wrap
do it. I don't care.
I'm going to hang up now.
up. Okay.
I've done my work.